The day he borrowed his father's car began like any other quiet Sunday morning. The sky was clear, the neighborhood calm, and the soft winter sunlight spread across the street like a gentle blanket. 17-year-old Ayan woke up feeling excited because he had been waiting for this chance for a long time. His father's silver sedan, always clean and shining, was parked outside, and every time Ayan looked at it, he felt the same mix of pride and longing. He had a learner's permit, but not a full license yet. Still, he believed he was a careful driver. He believed he understood the rules well enough. And he believed nothing bad could happen to him. Not today, not when things seemed so calm. His father, however, had always been careful with his car. It was not expensive, but he had worked hard for it. He had driven it for years as he picked up extra shifts, dropped the kids off at school, and carried groceries home when times were difficult. To him, the car was more than metal and wheels. It was a memory of long hours, sacrifices, and dreams that had come true slowly. That is why he rarely let anyone else drive it. But today, Ayan hoped for a different answer. He found his father in the backyard, repairing a loose wooden fence. Ayan stood there silently for a moment, rehearsing his words in his mind. He knew his father might hesitate, but he also knew he had been behaving responsibly lately. Good grades, helping with chores, staying away from trouble. Maybe asking today would work. "Baba," he said softly, rubbing his hands together, "can I borrow the car for an hour? I just want to go meet Daniel. We're working on the school project." His father looked up, surprised. He wiped his hands on a cloth and studied Ayan carefully, as if searching for something in his expression. Ayan tried to look calm and mature, though his heart beat faster than usual. "You want the car?" his father asked slowly. "Yes," Ayan replied. "Just for a short time. I'll be careful. I promise." The silence stretched between them. His father had good reason to hesitate. Ayan had only practiced driving with him a few times, mostly on empty roads. He knew enough to maneuver the car, but he had never driven alone. This would be his first time. No instructor, no parent beside him, no one to guide him when something unexpected happened. But his father was tired. He had been working double shifts, and maybe he wanted to show trust. Maybe he believed his son was growing up. Maybe he wanted Ayan to learn responsibility the real way. "Okay," his father said at last, "but be careful. Don't speed. Don't try to show off. Stay on the main roads, not the back streets. And come back in 1 hour." The words felt like wings on Ayan's shoulders. He smiled widely, thanked his father, and rushed inside to grab the keys. He felt older, stronger, trusted. He felt ready, more ready than he actually was. He sat in the driver's seat, inhaled the familiar smell of the car clean, a bit old, but comforting. He adjusted the mirror just the way his father taught him, checked the seatbelt, and turned the key. The engine came to life smoothly. Ayan felt a rush of thrill. He waved at his father, who watched from the yard with worried eyes, but gave a small nod of trust. Ayan drove out of the neighborhood slowly at first. He kept both hands on the steering wheel, repeated the rules in his head, and tried to remember everything he had practiced. The morning air, the quiet streets, and the soft hum of the engine made him feel calm. With each passing minute, his confidence grew. He turned on the radio, letting the music play softly. He even smiled, feeling proud. This felt right. This felt like freedom. When he reached the main road, traffic was light. He kept the speed steady. Everything seemed under control. He even sent Daniel a quick voice message saying he was on the way. But that small moment, those few seconds of distraction, created a threat of danger he did not notice yet. On his way, Ayan remembered that Daniel lived only 20 minutes away. He had time. He had an entire hour. He thought he might stop at a nearby cafe to get something cold to drink. The idea felt harmless. He turned toward the commercial street, where cars were parked on both sides, shops were open, and people walked along the sidewalks. Up ahead, he noticed a delivery van parked slightly crooked, blocking part of the road. The driver was unloading boxes. Ayan slowed down and moved slightly to the right to pass. But coming from the opposite side was a dark blue car, approaching faster than he expected. His heart jumped. For a moment, he froze. The road felt suddenly narrow, the space shrinking. His hands tightened around the steering wheel. He tried to decide whether to brake completely or keep moving forward. The blue car was too close. The delivery van blocked half the view. Ayan panicked. He steered too quickly to the right, trying to avoid the oncoming car. The tires hit a shallow patch of loose gravel near the edge of the road. The car skidded slightly, and Ayan gasped as he felt loss of control for the first time in his life. He pressed the brakes hard, but the sudden pressure made the car jerk. His heartbeat thundered in his ears. The sedan swerved, hit the curb with a loud bump, and the impact jolted his entire body. The car slid into a stop beside a small shop, scraping against a metal railing before finally coming to a rattling halt. Everything went quiet. For a moment, Ayan could not move. His hands shook uncontrollably. His breath came in short gasps. The world around him blurred. He could hear his pulse more than he could hear the cars outside. He looked at the front of the car. The bumper was bent. The side was scratched. The mirror hung loosely. Nothing was destroyed completely, but the damage was painfully real. People rushed over. Someone tapped on his window. Ayan blinked and tried to focus. "Are you okay?" a man asked gently. Ayan nodded weakly, though tears filled his eyes. He could barely speak. His mind kept repeating the same thought. Baba trusted me. I failed him. He stepped out slowly, his knees trembling. A few people helped him stand. No one was hurt. No major damage to the shop. But the car, his father's precious car, something that took years of effort to earn, now stood dented and scraped because of one moment of panic. The man who had been driving the blue car came over too. He wasn't angry, just concerned. "It's good you're safe," he said calmly. "You should call your parents." Those words hit harder than the accident. Ayan felt his chest tighten. Calling his father meant facing the truth. It meant disappointing the person who trusted him the most. He pulled out his phone with shaking fingers and dialed. His father answered on the second ring. "Ayan? Everything okay?" Ayan's voice cracked. "Baba, I'm so sorry. I had a small accident." There was silence, long, heavy, painful silence. It felt like the whole world stopped breathing. "Where are you?" his father finally asked. His voice was calm, but the sadness behind it was unmistakable. Ayan told him. Within minutes, his father arrived. As soon as he stepped out of his car and saw the damage, his shoulders dropped. It wasn't anger. It was disappointment. A quiet, deep kind that hurt more than shouting ever could. Ayan lowered his gaze, tears falling freely. "I'm sorry, Baba. I didn't mean to. I tried to pass. I thought I had space. I panicked." His father walked over slowly and put a hand on his shoulder. "Are you hurt?" Ayan shook his head. "That's what matters," his father said. His voice was gentle, but tired. "Cars can be fixed, but Ayan, trust is not so easy to fix when it breaks." Those words sank deep inside Ayan's heart. He cried harder, not because of the accident, but because of the pain he caused someone who had given him everything. His father took the driver's seat and carefully drove the damaged car home, while Ayan sat silently beside him. Every turn felt like a reminder, every scratch on the car like a lesson carved into his memory. He wished he could undo everything. He wished he had been more patient, more responsible, more cautious. But life doesn't rewind. It teaches. When they reached home, his father did not yell. He simply said, Next time you want responsibility, you must first be ready for it. Driving is not about confidence alone. It's about maturity, about staying calm when things go wrong, about making decisions in seconds. Today, you learned that. Ayan nodded, wiping his tears. He promised himself to never rush, never assume he knew everything, never take a privilege lightly again. The car stayed in the garage for repairs, but the memory stayed much longer. In the days that followed, Ayan worked extra hours at a nearby store to help pay for the repair cost. His father didn't ask him to, but Ayan wanted to earn back the trust he had broken. Slowly, quietly, he tried to show he was learning. And his father, watching him grow, understood that mistakes sometimes teach more than warnings ever could. Moral lesson: responsibility is not just about being allowed to do something. It's about being prepared for the consequences. One moment of panic or carelessness can change everything. Always stay calm, stay focused, and remember that trust is precious once broken. It takes time and effort to rebuild.